About to fight, man, you know. If you know Cara McNickles, you know that I'll fight anybody. You know, I don't care. I'm the type of boxer, like, I'm an old school fighter. I'm not these new boys that pick their opponent. I'll fight anybody, it don't matter to me. So they called me up, gave me the opportunity. I said, yeah, let's do it. Don't get brought off, you know, it's a fight, man, you know, it's cool. He can be from that same neck of the wood, the backyard, you know, it don't matter. I'm gonna come fight him. And, you know, I'm gonna give it up to the judges, you know what I'm saying? They say I lost, they lost. If they choose me to win, I won. I believe in the judges.
Be defensive maybe the first round or two, and then start digging the body. I'm a dangerous body puncher and try to knock him out. I think it was a great choice for me. You know, they're putting me on, they're giving me good fighters. You know, I'm not fighting, you know, bums or anything. I'm fighting, you know, decent guys. And they're building me correctly. And, you know, I believe they can do what they did with Chris Algieri, the same with me.
Daniel Gonzalez versus Cara McNickles. Cara, take us through the tale of the tape.
McNickles is a little bit more experienced than Gonzalez, although Gonzalez does have the winning record. They both came in at exactly the same weight. And McNickles is a little bit older than Gonzalez. He's 30, and Gonzalez is 25 years old.
And now we got Daniel Gonzalez coming into the ring, the undefeated junior welterweight out of Woodhaven, New York, part of Queens. Gonzalez and McNickles. To get it underway, let's show up the ring announcer, Dave Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with the co-featured bout of the evening. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing. Sponsored by Modell Sporting Goods. Gotta go to Moe's. The Inn at Fox Hollow. Camelot Limousine. Power Play. WBAB 102.3 and Safety Mat. Introducing your three judges scoring this contest ringside, Kevin Morgan, Robert Perez, and Tony Lundy. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, Sharday Murdoch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears blue with white trim. He weighed in at 140.8 pounds. His professional record, 8 victories against 8 defeats. He has 6 wins coming by way of knockout. From Chicago, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carl, the Assassin McNickles. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the red corner. He wears the silver with red, white, and blue. He also weighed in at a ready 140.8 pounds. He is undefeated in his career as a professional with a record of 8 wins, no defeats. He has 1 draw and 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Universal Boxing from Woodhaven, New York, Danny El Gallo Gonzalez.
Both of your trunks are high, so this is a good shot right here. This is a good shot. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. When I call for a break, I want you to give me a clean break. Touch on the wrist, go to work. Touch on.
Co-feature bout of the evening, Daniel Gonzalez, 8-0-1, 3 knockouts out of Woodhaven, New York. That's in Queens. Carl McNickles, 8-8, 6 knockouts out of Chicago, Illinois. Marc Abrams ringside with Cara Castonuova here at the Paramount in Huntington, New York. Joe DeGuardia, Star Boxing, Rockin Fights 19, and we are underway. Gonzalez, the undefeated fighter, come off a 6-round unanimous decision win over Ken Alvarez. That was on February 27th. McNickles come off a 6-round unanimous decision defeat to undefeated kid out of New York named Mikel Lespierre. That was on April 10th. Before that, he was disqualified in 9 against 7-1-1 David Diaz, and actually lost in 10 to Tommy Raynaud right down the road in Westbury. That was on November 13th. He's lost 5 in a row, has McNickles, so he's chomping at the bit to get back in the win column.
He fought Cletus Selden back in 2012. Cletus
stopped him too, yeah.
So he's no stranger to Long Island. He's been here a few times. He lost to Alan Gauthier, another Joe DeGuardia fighter here at the Paramount.
Got knocked out and won in that fight.
Right, that was in 2014.
So well, it's safe to say he's 0-3 in Long Island. He actually lost it. He actually has a win over Danny McDermott. That fight was in New York on March 17, 2012. Danny's a good fighter out of the Jersey City area.
He seems to have a reputation for having heavy hands. Daniel Gonzalez said that he's going to come out and his game plan is to be a little defensive at first, work his jab, feel him out. He wants to go for the stoppage in the later rounds, but since McNickles is known for being a powerful puncher, he doesn't want to come out too strong in the first couple of rounds.
McNickles also lost to Gabriel Bracero in New York as well, so spent a lot of time in New York, Long Island area has Carl McNickles. As Gonzalez comes out throwing the jab. Left hook from Gonzalez. McNickles is trying to crowd Gonzalez now.
Gonzalez, he's of Puerto Rican descent. He has about 80 amateur fights. Been boxing for about 8 years now. Joe DeGuardia signed him a few months ago.
McNickles told me he was 72-15 as an amateur.
You never know with the amateur record. There's no real record of amateur fights like there is with the professionals.
End of round 1, scheduled for 6, are co-feature Gonzalez and McNickles. See the ring mats that the fighters' stools are on in between rounds, sponsored by Modell's. Safety mats. Very innovative invention and nice little addition to boxing. Keeps all the moisture off the ring. We don't have to have those pesky delays that sometimes we get during the round. Start of round 2, scheduled for 6. Daniel Gonzalez in the Puerto Rican decorated trunks, McNickles in the blue and white. Marc Abrams ringside with former New York Golden Gloves champion Cara Castonuova.
Daniel Gonzalez was 220 pounds when he was 17 years old. He lost a lot of weight through boxing. He said he fell so in love with boxing and he became so dedicated to it that he lost pretty much 80 pounds in a couple of months.
Well, he also, what he does now, he's a physical trainer for obese youth. I know some girl sitting to my right of me was on a TV show that helped people lose a lot of weight.
The Biggest Loser, and I also run a charity for childhood, to knock out childhood obesity. Maybe I'll talk to Gonzalez about helping out with that. I'm sure he'd be happy to. He has such a great story. He helped his younger brother go from 350 pounds to 150 pounds. And now his younger brother is fighting amateur. He's training him, and his younger brother's 9-0 as an amateur.
Oh, good right hand from Gonzalez. And another good right hand, McNickles firing back. I just need someone to help me get from 180 to 160. I'll be happy with that.
Start boxing.
McNickles fires off a right. McNickles misses with the uppercut. Two solid right hands from Daniel Gonzalez in round 2. Three-punch combination. Daniel Gonzalez, good right from Gonzalez. Makes McNickles stumble back.
I asked McNickles why he boxes. He said that it really helps him deal with his emotions, takes the stress off, and he does it for his family. As his other job, he works at Lowe's at a department store in the lumber department. So he has a pretty physical job too.
Left to the head from Gonzalez. Right to the body from Gonzalez. Gonzalez is the second guy tonight with the nickname El Gallo. Angel Suarez had that distinction. End of round 2.
I was going to ask you, Mark, what does El Gallo mean?
Well, we'll get that answer after the break. We'll be right back with more Joe DeGuardia Star Boxing Rockin' Fights 19 just after this. We're back with round 3 between Carl McNickles in the blue and white, Daniel El Gallo Gonzalez. I did my research in the break, Cara. Rooster is the definition or the English translation of El Gallo.
How does that relate to boxing? I didn't know a rooster knew how to fight. I guess it's because, I don't know where it's applicable. Could you take a guess?
Well, before we segue into any other animals.
It's a chicken. A rooster's a chicken. I don't know.
Let's get back to the ring before we get into another Jessica Simpson moment here.
I know, right?
At the Paramount. As the two Gonzalez and McNickles, I think it's the first time I've ever mentioned Jessica Simpson's name during one of my 300 broadcasts.
Comparing me to Jessica Simpson. Thank you. I don't know if that was good or bad thing.
Left from Daniel Gonzalez. Back to the fight, Cara.
This is the second fight that Gonzalez is fighting with Joe DeGuardia as his promoter. His first fight with Joe was televised. He got on TV right away. Fought at the Paramount.
That was on the undercard of the Cletus Selden fight against, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Garcia back on February 27th. Good jab from Daniel Gonzalez. McNickles comes back with a right to the body.
Gonzalez, he was telling me he's very excited to be working with Joe. He's impressed with what Joe did with Chris. He admires it, and he thinks that Joe could do that with him, build him up, and then get him a big television fight.
McNickles is now trying to find a home with a looping right hand. He got one into the body there. Left from Gonzalez as McNickles came in. Good right to the body from Gonzalez. Two more good body shots from Daniel Gonzalez. Gonzalez lands a left to the top of the head. Good right from McNickles. This one's shaping up to be yet another good scrap. Good jab from Gonzalez. Left from Gonzalez again.
Gonzalez mentioned he had a lot of good sparring to prepare for this fight. He sparred with Louis Collazo, Chris Algieri. He sparred a little bit with Chris Algieri, and with Zachary Ocha, who's a prospect, signed with Golden Boy. He said he gave him some very good sparring as well.
Good hard left from Gonzalez and a left to punctuate round 3. Good end of the round from Daniel Gonzalez. Action picked up. Gonzalez said clearly took that round with landing those power shots just before the bell.
What do you think of Gonzalez's style, Mark?
He's a boxer puncher. The first couple rounds he kind of moved around, jabbed a lot, and round 3 he started sitting down on some shots, and right before the bell rang, landed some heavy lumber, some heavy artillery just before the bell.
That's pretty much the way he described himself. He said he's a pressure fighter with the ability to box. He likes to bang to the body in the later rounds. He likes to work the jab. He likes to go for stoppages in the later rounds. So he's versatile.
We start round 4, scheduled for 6, Daniel Gonzalez and Carl McNickles.
Coming into this fight, one thing, Mark, that Gonzalez was very confident in was that he was in 100 times better shape than McNickles. He said that his conditioning has never been better.
So far, he's looking pretty good through 3. After the hard shots at the end of the round, two guys sizing each other up to start round 4. Left hook and a little jab from Gonzalez. We mentioned Chris Algieri at the end of the round, last round. I actually called this place the house that Chris Algieri built, and now it's the place where Cletus Selden calls home.
Right. Cletus Selden coming out for the main event. He said he wants to one day fight Pacquiao, and that if it was him and Pacquiao in the ring, he would either knock out Pacquiao or he would die trying. That's what he wants. That's what his ultimate goal is, a shot at Pacquiao. I mean, I don't know how feasible that is. What do you think?
Good jab from Gonzalez. I think there's a little blood from the mouth now of Carl McNickles. Left hook from Daniel Gonzalez. McNickles trying to fire back with the right hand. See that Gonzalez, he's tall and he's using his nice reach advantage to keep McNickles at the end of the jab. Good left from Gonzalez and a left hook. Jab from Gonzalez. Right over the top from McNickles. Good right from McNickles on the ropes. Now they're going at it again. Hard right to the top of the head from Daniel Gonzalez. And Gonzalez is now trying to dig into the body. McNickles is trying to fight back. Left to the head and a right and a left. Right from Gonzalez. Hard right. These two are going at it here at the Paramount. Gonzalez takes a step back, lands a right to the top of the head. Uppercut and a left from Gonzalez. Staggers McNickles back.
McNickles in a lot of trouble. Gonzalez definitely getting the better of these exchanges.
Gonzalez trying to push McNickles back to the ropes. McNickles trying to jab his way out. Body shot. I think if Gonzalez starts working the body, he may be able to expedite this process. A right to the head from Daniel Gonzalez. Gonzalez now smiling at McNickles as McNickles throws a right. A good combination to end round 4. Terrific end to the round. We're going to see what we have in store for round 5 as Joe DeGuardia, Star Boxing, Rockin' Fights 19. We'll be back just after this.
Hey boxing fans, come out for live boxing. Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing presents Rockin' Fights. For ticket information, go to starboxing.com or ticketmaster.com. See some of the best young fighters. Star Boxing, Rockin' Fights, it's a knockout.
scheduled for 6. Daniel Gonzalez opened up a little bit on Carl McNickles as we ended round 4. McNickles looks a little unsteady on his legs as we start the 5th round. Let's see if Gonzalez can get through with something and jump right on McNickles. Body shot from Gonzalez with the jab.
Gonzalez, he trains at Universal with Moses Bowman Jr., and that's also where he works as a personal trainer. So he's the gym rat. He spends pretty much, he said, all of his waking life in the gym.
He just landed it right to the body. A little cautious to start round 5. Good jab. McNickles trying to reach with the right hand.
He used a lot of energy at the end of the last round.
3 left hooks to the head from Daniel Gonzalez. McNickles very short with that right hand. Jab from McNickles. Jab from Gonzalez to the face of McNickles. Good right to the body from Daniel Gonzalez. McNickles starting to look tired. Gonzalez trying to set everything up behind the jab.
Seems like he's trying to really pace himself in this round so he has a strong round 6. I think he's tired himself out a little at the end of the last round.
And I think he also knows that McNickles really isn't coming back with much. McNickles looking very tired here in the middle of round 5. Good body shot and a right hand from Gonzalez. McNickles trying to jab. McNickles trying to push Gonzalez off. Another good body shot. Hard left to the body from Daniel Gonzalez. Left to the head. Jab, 2 jabs and a right from Daniel Gonzalez. We close in on the end of round 5, scheduled for 6. Gonzalez in control over McNickles. Cara, I have this as shutout for Gonzalez. I want to know your thoughts are as we head to the 6th and final round.
Gonzalez definitely won every round. I don't think that McNickles' record in New York is going to improve tonight.
Well, McNickles, we'll see if he's got like one last stand in him. He really didn't show that he had that in the previous round.
You got to give him credit. He's 6 rounds and he's getting hit with a lot of shots. He's still in the fight. He wants to be here. He loves fighting. He has 6 kids, 5 boys and 1 girl. And he said he fights for his family.
He calls himself a true fighter, so he's got one last stand in him as we start round 6. 2 touch gloves.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 6th and final round.
Daniel Gonzalez in control here over Carl McNickles. McNickles comes out with a jab. McNickles looks a little bit more focused. We start round 6. McNickles, who's lost 5 straight.
Looks like it's going to be 6 straight.
McNickles trying to get in the uppercut.
When talking to Gonzalez, I asked him what does he think makes him special as a boxer. He said it's his mental strength. He has a lot of mental strength. He says he has a lot of heart, and he works harder than anyone else in the sport. So it shows that it's paying off in this fight with McNickles.
through 5 has been a very solid effort from Daniel Gonzalez. McNickles is a battle-tested veteran. Double jab from Daniel Gonzalez. Right from Gonzalez. Hard right and a left from Gonzalez. Left hook and another left hook lands from Gonzalez. McNickles is trying to make a last shot at this, but Gonzalez is not letting him get anything clean through his guard. In fact, it's Gonzalez who's landing the harder shots again here in round 6. Hard left and a right. McNickles balances and all that steady right now. Good right from Gonzalez and another right. Left hook from Daniel Gonzalez.
He's just the stronger of the two. His power is tremendous compared to McNickles.
Left hook from Daniel Gonzalez.
Interesting style Gonzalez fights with the lead arm down. He said it keeps him more relaxed. I personally love that style.
Right to the top of the head. Gonzalez is going to try for a late knockout here. Left and a right. As there's blood coming out of the mouth of McNickles. A hard right from Gonzalez. McNickles trying to fire back. Not much behind it. 3, 4, 5 shots. Daniel Gonzalez landing big shots on Carl McNickles. Close it out here in round 6.
I think
Daniel
McNickles was
Gonzalez
saved by
and
that
Carl
bell.
McNickles.
McNickles was saved by that bell. 5 more seconds and he would have been down.
Daniel Gonzalez, that's a way to put an exclamation point on a fight.
Won all 6 rounds. McNickles, though a true warrior, stayed in there exchanging with Gonzalez, who hits very hard, took a lot of shots, took a lot of punishment. He stayed in the fight to the very end. So I give a lot of credit to McNickles.
We'll be back with what most likely will be a decision win for Daniel Gonzalez right after this.